It's 6:45 now. Tomorrow, President Trump is set to announce a new round of tariffs amid a growing trade war with several countries.
Yeah, countries like Canada, China, Japan, and more are all set to respond. So the question is, how does this impact your money? Scripps News Group's Dan Grossman breaks down the things that could feel the pinch the most.
From Inauguration Day through mid-March, the Trump administration has imposed 20% tariffs on all Chinese products, 25% tariffs on most Canadian and Mexican goods, and 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum products from all countries. It has forced other governments to respond in a similar way, which could raise prices for you further at home.
All is fair in love and war, except trade wars, where the effects on Americans could feel anything but fair.
A lot of these imports that are targeted by our import tariffs are used as inputs in the production of goods that then get exported. So the import tariffs also hurt our exports. And then on top of that, you have the retaliatory tariffs, which are directly targeting our exports. So from both ends, U.S. exporters are getting walloped.
Alex Durante is a senior economist with the Tax Foundation and says the biggest impact could be felt by farmers. In 2024, Canada and China were the U.S.'s second and third largest destinations for ag products. According to the American Farm Bureau Federation, the country's retaliatory tariffs would target nearly $27 billion worth of U.S. ag goods, with the largest impacts on soybeans, beef, and cotton.
Anything that can affect the economy of farms, like this situation we're in now, will likely lead us to see the continued decline in the number of farms in America.
Betty Resnick is an economist with the American Farm Bureau Federation and says despite the fact farmers are several steps removed from grocery stores, the impact could once again land on consumers. Retaliatory tariffs could decrease demand for U.S. goods, impacting production and farmers' bottom lines, increasing prices in stores.
But if we're radically shifting the demand structures for these agricultural products, that is going to take a long time for farmers to adjust to.
Is the administration going to have the same appetite to shovel money, to these farmers to bail them out? And that seems unclear. It's mostly going to be hurting our agricultural sector.
Other areas where the pinch could be felt are in automobiles and energy. Energy is the U.S.'s largest export to Canada, with demand increasing 70% year over year, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Earlier in March, Ontario Premier Doug Ford imposed a 25% surcharge on electricity sent to New York, Minnesota, and Michigan, which he estimated would add around $100 per month to the bills of Americans in those states. He also threatened to shut off electricity entirely should the trade war escalate. Dan Grossman, Scripps News Group, Denver.